to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Huskies offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense. Always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Rodgers. Quick strike complete. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. From the gun, wants to pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have its first possession of the game. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground. And they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Moore. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect
Deep shot for the end zone. And he intercepts it.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, those windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to pop the draw. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give from the gun. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Morgan. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Wolverines are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football. Good luck.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of under...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Michigan! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Fires to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Rodgers. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. He's back to throw on second down. Grabs it in the middle. Open space at the 25. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
That's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Buying some time. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the second most played game in football is known as the Deep South's oldest rivalry, Auburn and Georgia, and it's gone final. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think of it.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The Huskies in the hurry up. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Latu. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Washington sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Oh, they make it free. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, it's Warren. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Warren. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's he's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
He's going to run it. Across the 25, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got his man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against men.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. Up and over Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Rodgers. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oregon State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks awful. So unlike this program.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down.
They're trailing by 14 to Colorado State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. It's a reverse. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the spot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves him with 2nd and 20. It's Jackson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Coming after him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller has done.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're trying to get to him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Warren. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th down attempts, they'll try it again. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Back to throw, it's Orgy. Gets it out fast. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The sure hands, it's Moore. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. Makes a grab over the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Washington sends out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, gave the defender the business.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Fires on the move. And that pass picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Pulls it in. It's Coleman. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. He wants to pass it on second down. Complete to the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Back to the air one more time. That's caught. It's Coleman.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40, inside the 30, the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 10 over SMU.
Got it in the middle. It's Latu.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so.